Hi guys, I'm Rotary Swing instructor Clay Ballard, and this week we're going to go over Suzann Petterson's swing, and we're going to do something a little bit different. I actually found a video of her describing some of the key fundamentals that she concentrates on when she's making a swing. I'm going to go over these fundamentals and talk about how they tie in with RST and show you how you can do those correctly. So let's go ahead and get started listening to some of the key principles that she concentrates on while she's making her golf swing.
There's some basics that I always work on. Good setup. I try to get a bit more angle from my hip, so I can get a bit more angle from my upper body leaning over the ball, which creates a little steeper plane for me to turn around on. The key is, as long as everything is right in front of my chest, the club is right in front, it kind of reacts to my moves. From the address, I'm trying to get the club kind of spinning, so I get my arms swinging in front of my body. Get the club swinging, get my arms swinging against a body that's kind of resisting, because it creates the torque and it creates the power. And once I'm on the top, it's all about resistance and rotation. I usually don't have many thoughts going from the top of the backswing down to the balls. I'm just trying to clear my hips, clear the left side as fast as I can pre-impact. As long as the club is right in front of me coming back down, it's just a matter of releasing the club and getting a little bit of a flatter finish, which allows my left side to just move out and let the right side kind of extend through the ball.
Alright, so one of the first key pieces we heard her mention that she concentrates on is keeping the hands and arms in front of her body, in front of her shoulders or her torso as she's going back. Now this all starts with the takeaway. You'll notice her right wrist here is pretty flat, and her right arm doesn't have a lot of bend in it yet. Now when you start to bend this right arm, so if this right arm starts to bend back behind your body and your right wrist starts to bend, if it had kind of an angle in it like this, then what's going to happen is that club head is now going to be sucked back in behind you, and your arms are going to start to go around your body instead of up and down and staying in front of your torso. And we're looking for the arms to stay in front of the torso. That way we won't have a tendency to spin out and for the arms to get stuck in the downswing. The farther they go behind you in the backswing, the more they're going to have to catch back up to try to get in front of you in the downswing. So here we can see as she gets to the top of her swing, you'll see here's her right shoulder, and the club just a little bit outside of this with the driver, and that's okay. This is about the max that I would want to see the arms get behind the right shoulder as you go to the top. So from here, now she can simply unwind as she swings down, and she's not at risk of getting this club stuck. So you will notice that she gets a little bit different than a perfect RST position at the top. This right elbow is flying away just a little bit, and that allows her to swing a little bit long. So let me show you what I mean by swinging a little bit long. Okay, so here from face on again, she was referring to keeping the hands and arms in front of the shoulders, in front of the torso, and she does a good job, but she does get a little bit long. So in this position, as she goes to the top, you'll notice that her right forearm is almost behind her body, and that's why it's kind of flying away. If she kept that right forearm in front of the torso, it would stay much more in front of her body, and it wouldn't get quite as long. So she's getting a little bit long and loose just because she's letting that right arm fly away. But overall, again, a very good position, keeping the hands and the club in front of the body. That way, less risk of getting stuck, and now she can go at it with some power and not worry about hitting big blocks to the right or snap hooks to the left. Okay, so let's listen again to what she says about the left side of the body as she starts her downswing.
And once I'm on the top, it's all about resistance and rotation. I usually don't have many thoughts going from the top of the backswing down to the balls. I'm just trying to clear my hips, clear the left side as fast as I can pre-impact. As long as the club is right in front of me coming back down, it's just a matter of releasing the club and getting a little bit of a flatter finish, which allows my left side to just move out and let the right side kind of extend through the ball.
All right, now I think that is a fantastic point with the left side of the body and how this works with the hands and arms, but widely misunderstood. So let me go over what she means here and what this should look like when talking about clearing the left side of the body. So you'll notice here her left hip. We want this hip socket to be actually rotating around and moving backwards. So it's going to be moving away from the target, and that rotation is going to allow the arms to move toward the target and get some great extension like she was talking about. Now we can rotate pretty aggressively as long as we don't let the shoulders spin out of control. So there's a difference between rotation and spin. So here you can see her left hip is rotating out of the way so that she can get great extension down and through the shot and a lot of club head speed. But let's go ahead and look at this down the line so we can see one of the most critical pieces of this and doing this correctly. Okay, so now you'll notice here, if we pay attention to her left hip, her left side of her body, it's going to be rotating back and away from the target. It's going to be rotating back toward the camera here a little bit, and that's kind of Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. The harder this clears out of the way, the more that's going to make room for our arms to fly down toward the ball and down and get some great extension toward the target. But let's watch how she does this. So what you'll notice here is that even though she's rotating her hips, her shoulders aren't spinning wildly out of control. So her shoulders are still facing back here towards the camera or towards us, and she'll keep this angle fairly long into the downswing. So now we can see her hands are almost in front of her right thigh. These shoulders are still closed, and even into impact here, the shoulders are pretty square, just barely open, and the hips are about 45 degrees open. So she's over rotated maybe just a hair, but not a bad demonstration of this, and this is how she gets some power. Now, what we don't want to see, and what can lead to a lot of problems again with blocks and hooks, like we mentioned earlier with keeping the hands in front of the body, if these shoulders get very open. So now if, instead of her shoulders being pointing this way, if her shoulders are quite a bit more open and pointing to the left toward this second arrow that I drew, and everything is spinning open very aggressively, now we can't release this club very aggressively because we're at risk of getting stuck. The faster everything spins open with the shoulders, the more likely this club is to get stuck behind your body. Or if we do the same thing and we release the club very aggressively, now the shoulders are open and we're going to be releasing it to the left so we can get some hooks in there. So blocks and hooks definitely play a role if you start spinning the shoulders. What you're looking for is a position more like she has here, where she's letting the hips rotate, so her hips are almost 5 or 10 degrees open in the halfway down position, but her shoulders are staying closed. From this point, you can go ahead and release the club very aggressively as she is here, and you won't have to worry about those big blocks and hooks. So keeping the arms in front of the body and clearing the left side out of the way without letting the shoulders spin open are two really big keys into being able to get some good power, but not worrying about getting blocks and hooks. Now, one thing that I see that I really love about her swing is some great extension through the ball, and that's what it's all about, in creating a nice consistent angle of attack down and through the ball, getting some club head speed, and not trying to overpower the swing. So for those of you that are overpowering the swing, you're probably not getting this great extension. So if we look here, look, both arms are nice and extended, and this club is extending out toward the target. That tells me that she's releasing the club instead of holding on and trying to rip through with her body. So you can see as you go another click through, these arms are still going to be straight as she's coming all the way in well past impact. Let me go ahead and look at this from face on. Okay, so we'll notice well after impact here, she's going to let those arms extend nicely, and she's not trying to overpower this with her body. So it's look even all the way as her hands get past waist high. Both the left arm and the right arm are extended. They're nice and straight and hitting down and through the ball. For those of you that are struggling with a chicken wing or struggling with very steep angle of attack, or you feel like you're overpowering it with your upper body, what you're going to see is this left arm is going to be bending out of the way. This right arm is going to be overtaking it and pushing everything back to your left, and that's really not what we're looking for. This great extended position is exactly what we're looking for here. So if you're interested in learning how to do some of these moves, if you're interested in learning how to keep your hands and arms a little bit better in front of your body and get a good takeaway position, if you're interested in keeping the hands and arms working in front of the body in the downswing and letting the left side kind of clear out of the way and your weight shift to the left, and you're interested in getting nice long arms in this release, this is really what speed is about. If you can get these long arms, you can get some great club head speed. If you want to learn all three of these pieces that she described as being some keys to her success with her golf swing, I want you to watch the wide, narrow, wide video. And you can do that by clicking the link on the right side of your screen here. That's going to take you to the wide, narrow, wide video that you can see absolutely for free. And that's going to show you all these moves. We're going to break it down into 3 simple steps. I'm going to give you key checkpoints that you're going to want to practice in slow motion to get these moves perfect, and then you can tie them all together to make a nice fluid swing where the hands and arms are working correctly in front of your body. You can really ramp up the power, get a great release, get some great club head speed, and not have to worry about losing a lot of accuracy while you're doing so. So if you'd like to see that video, go ahead and click this link. That's going to take you to an area where you can sign up for your free membership with the Rotary Swing. Get 25 free videos, high quality instructional videos, never going to cost you a dime. Plus you're going to get this wide, narrow, wide video that's only available to premium members. So I can't wait to see you guys much more in the future. Good luck with your golf game, and I can't wait to work with you more on the site. Now it's time to take action. Don't let another year pass and still be frustrated with your golf game. This is your year to beat all of your friends. Go to the description below and click the link to sign up for your free membership. It will never cost you a dime, and you'll receive over 2.5 hours of detailed, eye-opening video lessons. Plus, you will be able to see the remainder of this video, only available if you click the link on this particular video. Be the first of your friends to join our 40,000 plus free members. We look forward to having you on our team.